don't we start by introducing your characters? Let me get my little fucking diagram out here. Here we go.
My name and accent.
Let's go around and introduce, give us your name, your character's name, class, race, and armor class. And if you've got a little background stuff, story for them, go for it.
I just want to know armor class.
It's going to be a heavy object dropped from the ceiling.
I guess I don't have any armor.
Do you need to... Who doesn't have their armor class sorted?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
I got nothing. No armor at all.
I'm just wearing clothing.
Wizards don't
So
have
you're 9.
armor,
Oh wait, no, is it 10?
What is
I forget.
Flat-footed or like
Yeah,
normal?
10's normal, right? 10's standard.
I think...
Did they do away
10's
with
the default.
flat-footed?
Yes. That's not a
Seems
thing.
discriminatory against people with flat-footed,
I
honestly.
chose starting equipment and it was just like, no, we're not going to do that.
Okay, I'm on the armor class table.
Ooh.
So 10 is the default armor class.
Okay.
Do you have your armor class listed?
I have 11. Because of dexterity.
Okay. Did you need armor class?
Nope, I got it.
And
Last meta question. Is my character glued together?
Good question.
I picked the
I was like, are you a rock person? Or like...
Dude, I swear to God, like I set it down as lightly as I could, and it just broke apart.
What is
Like,
that? What is
It's
that
not,
drink?
it's not
This?
It's a half, right? I think.
Is
This
that
one?
carbonated?
So
the
these
hard side, the hard seltzer.
characters,
this is a truly.
these minis are very delicate, so be
I want some.
gentle with
I'm never gonna pick it up off this table again.
them. You can do anything.
Well, we have these.
Yeah, there are those. All right, let's go around. Introductions, starting with Eric.
I am
Right?
Mago the Magnificent. I am a high elf, a wizard of the highest order. I just started, but I am one of the best already. I'm
Already.
sure of it. My armor class is 11. What else did you need to know?
Your race.
High elf.
Yeah, you actually said that.
And your class.
Wizard.
You're a wizard, Eric.
All right.
The name is still being workshopped, but as of right now, it's Morgana. I am a variant human ranger. My armor class is 15.
You're so magical. I feel like I'm in an 80s movie.
One note about the greatness of your magical ability. There is not much magic in this world.
I'm so glad I'm
Well,
fighter.
it may not be
Yeah.
much, but I'm one of the best.
Magic has only become a thing in the last 10 years or so. Little trickles of it have begun.
You can make a little candle flame.
Make it smell like grass.
And
Fresh crackers.
there's something in the air that is changing. You're not sure what's going on, but it started with the first people that were presenting magical ability. Everyone dismissed as trickery and nonsense, as charlatanism. But some of you have begun trying to focus and channel it and have thoughts around it and are creating real actual effects. And the three of you have struggled to convince people that it is true and real. To the extent that you started to kind of hide it a little bit because, for a while people began to just make fun of you about it. But you have shown a particular aptitude and the real stuff that you've been able to pull off on your own as you've focused and studied and trained, puts to shame what you've seen of other wizards, people claiming to be wizards. But it's something you kind of keep under wraps. Your character?
My character is named Rhys. R-H-Y-S. He is a Lightfoot halfling bard with an armor class of 14. and he is a brewer in our quaint little village.
Nice.
He has a great grand old time about it.
Excellent. Now is brewing your craft, or is there also a musical or poetic or something that
He
goes on?
might jam out with the boys and once they're done for the day.
Yeah.
Play a song or two, but no, he's part of the Brewers Guild, so that's his trade.
So like passing in all instruments, but brewing is where like his artistry shines.
He's got quite an affinity for the lute.
The lute as well. Okay.
I think he would also say that he does too.
And would you say your brewing is more like distillery or brewing? Are you into beers, alcohols, wines?
I'd say he's a halfling, so I'd say it's probably ale. Yeah.
Ale. He's getting down with ales. Okay. Are you experimenting with interesting flavors and fruits?
Oh yeah.
Or are you going more fucking straight ahead?
He's trying to just make the best possible.
Yeah.
He's a perfectionist.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. All right.
I'm empty.
Can you spell it?
EMPTY. Empty.
I love it.
I'm a tiefling warlock. Very young. A street urchin. An armor class of 14.
Okay.
So, I, look for all of my answers from Theradazon.
Theradazon. Yes, the first deity in this campaign world.
The great
Theradazon.
empty one. Because that's the only place that magic can truly come from.
Yeah, and you were like when this like renaissance of the beginnings of magic started, you were contacted by this being, and as a tiefling, you have some connection to
My pet mouse spoke to me, actually.
your pet what?
My pet mouse.
Your pet mouse? Do you have a pet mouse?
I do have a pet mouse.
And is your pet mouse Theradazon? Or is Theradazon channeling through the pet mouse, or it's just unrelated?
Well, he's probably channeling through there, but,
Does your mouse speak?
How many mice have you met that speak? Just my pet mouse.
Did other people understand your mice, or just you?
Oh, just me.
Ah, okay.
Is it albino with the red eyes, kind of leaning into the
It's a
creepiness
normal
here?
mouse. I just listen to him.
I love it.
I am Ord Proudbelly,
How do you spell it?
O-R-D.
Mm-hmm.
Proudbelly. I am a halfling lightfoot. I am a wizard, but I'm a cloistered scholar. I help run the library in town.
In your armor class?
Oh, that's 10.
And you two are related,
Sick.
as both Lightfoot halflings. And you, the two of you, have a third brother here in town, whose name is Shai, S-H-A-I.
Okay.
He's kind of the slacker of the family, while you have been running a successful brewery, and you in your studies have shined in scholarly activities in the library. You both regard your brother as someone with potential, but so much as a drunk. He's
the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, he hasn't been
Do I
accomplishing
enable
it.
him? Do I let him in?
You know,
He's the drunk because his brother makes all
it's
the
your fault.
It has, in fact, it's been a thing. Like, it's been kind of back and forth where, he's not got much to do, and you fucking enjoy his presence. He's fun and
So he's one of
funny.
those guys? Okay.
Yeah, but he'll just take it too far. He'll go on benders and binges and one of the things you like least about running this business is having to throw your brother out. From
So
time
is
to time.
our proud belly name.
Yep.
A proud Billy.
But he's around town getting, doing sort of odd jobs and just not making. He's got his little vegetable garden that he tends. But his place is disheveled as fuck, and it's a bit of an embarrassment.
Okay, so to sober him up, we put him in a boat and push him out into the lake with no oars until he is all cleaned up.
And this is a running joke.
Yeah,
at
this is
point.
it. He's just
Yeah.
going to wake up drunk on the boat, and he's like, "Dang it, there it is again."
Half the time, he like stands up, not realizing he's on a boat,
Falls over.
splashes in, and it's kind of a game where you guys, when you do this, you just sit there, you know, like watching, waiting for him to fall in.
You sick bastards.
Oh, okay. So, damn, I forgot what I was supposed to do.
Oh,
Uh,
your
name.
character's name, spell
Okay,
it.
my character's name, not my name. My character's name is Sin, S-Y-N. Let's start.
Nice.
I am, my armor class is 18. I haven't had a lot to eat, and those shots are getting to me. My armor class is 18, and what else did you want to know?
Your class
I am a fighter,
and your race.
Tiefling?
and I am a tiefling.
Nice.
I too am a urchin. Just over here stealing my whole
I
fucking
think
float.
we.
And, and in fact, the two of you have had a hustle running for a while now, where you are also related.
Where I lack in strength, you make up for
And
it.
and
And I lack in intelligence.
you also have a third. There,
Both lack it.
there's a sister.
Okay, where's my pen? I had a pen.
I love
What's your character's name again? Empty?
Empty.
Oh my god, brother.
Empty and sin.
And
Empty.
your sister's name is Dynus.
Can you spell that, please?
D-Y-N-U-S.
D-Y-N-U-S.
Does that mean?
And while she also is from humble origins, you guys have been shunned wherever you went. You've landed in this lakeside town relatively recently, and they haven't kicked you out yet, as you are used to experiencing.
I'm a muscle.
My rowdy sisters. I can't
Tieflings
control them.
are relatively uncommon in this area, and your sister Dynus. Well, you guys basically live on the street. She presents herself as someone of noble and wealthy background, and she's a bit of a sociopath, a bit of a schizophrenic, and you spend a lot of your time just dealing with her.
You can't pick your family.
And you're frustrated with. You roll your eyes at this presentation she puts on as if like she is supposed to be, but it's helped too. She's gotten you through some times where her bullshit has landed you in lavish places to stay. So when it works, it's delightful, but when it doesn't, it's tiresome. Spell your character's name again.
M-A-G-A.
Mago.
Yeah.
The Magnificence.
Yep. And if possible, my character would be known for not returning books to the library. So he's not allowed to take books from there anymore, but he uses disguise self every now and then to like sneak in and get some books.
Nice.
So maybe he doesn't like me.
I love it.
Whenever I get into with people and they be like, "What's your problem?" Like, from the streets. You understand. You don't know what it's like to be the red woman, to be the bad woman.
Yeah, I guess my character maybe likes to kind of hoard knowledge a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been slowly stealing books from his library.
Excellent. And have you caught him a few times stealing books?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have to use disguise
It's good.
self.
Disguise self.
And you're kind of onto it at this point. You're
Unfortunately, I
like,
don't have detect magic yet. So.
okay. So
It's
now,
so new.
like, his disguises are impressive, and like.
Sometimes they're probably just mundane disguises.
And sometimes because it's funny, you just let him in because it's like, oh my god, this fucker again.
He just automatically, when he sees you walk in, he just puts in an order for a new book. He's like, okay, just picked up the Times and Travels of God, man. And this one, yeah, I need these books. I don't know, they got lost in the fire. Yeah, he's back.
So our adventure opens in this lakeside town, and it is named Shayless.
Lakeside town, Shayless.
Mm-hmm. It is on. It's enfolded in kind of a box valley.
How do you
There's
spell Shalish?
Shalis. Shalis. It's surrounded by hills, and beyond that, mountains. And it's at a bit of a junction where it's sort of a crossroads. It's a stopping point between two larger cities on either end of the mountain range. And it is, the time of year is celebratory. There is the solstice celebrations happening, and this town is a bit of a getaway for some of the wealthier nobles in town, in the larger towns nearby. But this celebration is nothing fancy, but it does draw a bit of a crowd. Lots of people come in from other neighboring communities, a little bit from the bigger towns, and it's a dusky evening, and the sounds of frogs and cicadas fill the air, and there are candlelit vellum balls dangling from the trees, illuminating this dusky town. And there's a bit of a magic at foot. There's a pleasant, delightful, happy feel. Everyone's kind of cheery. This is really, for those who have experienced it before, this will be your guys' first celebration. For those who've experienced it and have lived there for a while, it's one of the happier times. All the families come out and eat and dance, and there's music played, and this is for your brewery. This is one of the moneyest times of the year.
Back in the black.
And the lake, they make a bunch of custom extra boats for people to sail out on the lakes, and with these vellum spheres, candlelit vellum spheres attached to them. So you just see this kind of little sea of light balls out on the lake. They kind of go out far enough that they look like little tiny wisps all over the place on the lake. It lights it up. But this year's a little different. While it's a time of joy and happiness and fun, and family, the visitors that have joined here have become stranger the last year or two. There's been particularly this one group of you've come to know them as the Order of Entropy. Wait, the Entropic Order, sorry.
The Entropic?
Yeah. And usually there's not a lot of proselytizing going on in this place, but they've got revelations and word that they've been trying to get out, and it's been kind of an annoyance to the town. They're festival goers, so they've been sort of tolerated, but this year, the last couple of days, they started to trickle in. There's a lot of them, and as they've gone, they've been frequenting your what is the name of your brew pub?
It's gotta be.
The Groggy.
Is it the Groggy Fire or the Drunken Pumpkin?
I like the Drunken Pumpkin. It rolls off the tongue.
It's the Drunken Pumpkin.
Drunken Pumpkin?
I like it. Why would a pumpkin be drunk? And that is what my character's going to ask you. 'Cause I'm not smart.
The two of you and your sister have been kind of outside the Drunken Pumpkin, and you've noticed more of them coming in, and their robes are a fairly luxurious fabric for what is standard. It's
Easy mark.
thick and white with yellow and gold embroidery on it, and they've been talking about Armageddon. That Armageddon is here. and it is now. And as you serve them their beers, one of them grabs you by the arm. Brother, are you prepared? For dark times are nigh.
Doesn't seem like dark times to me, buddy. Excuse me, why are you calling me brother?
We are all brothers. We all must be together in this.
We got a harshen the vibe around here, bud.
I'm at the bar reading my stolen book.
By the way, what have you poured us? This is delicious.
This is a strongest ale we make for the occasion.
And there's several of them at the table, and they all like.
That's an easy mark. I'm gonna see where my hands can slide into these luxurious robes.
As someone is entering the, drunken pumpkin, is that what we're going with?
Drunken pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drunken pumpkin. It's the drunken pumpkin.
So you're kind of like leaning up against the wall near the door on the outside, and you and your sister are what are you guys doing? What is your posture?
I'm just like
Sin.
kick back, hiding in the shadows with my legs crossed.
Yep.
Just
A
like
little-
I'm just looking because like I know I can't stealth because I have on chainmail, so I will be heard, but
Okay.
I can use that to my advantage and like trip. Oh my god! And then do a sleight of hand and rob you. And
A
I'm
little
trying
more
to
comfortable
decide.
in the situation, knowing that I have my backup
And I'm just looking like
and the strength.
And I'm
right
looking at them
behind
to
me.
see how much they're drinking, because I know the more they drink, the easier it'll be to lift their purses.
Better the targets.
Mhm.
So as you're both outside and they're entering, you kind of push yourself off the wall as a sort of a group of about 5 of them prepare to enter, and you kind of like bump shoulders with them. Give me a sleight of hand check. So that's a D20, and then have you sorted out? Can someone look at his sleight of hand number and see that it is
He
correct?
has sleight of hand,
Well,
so that would be
His proficiency.
2 plus 3, so that's a plus 5.
16.
Terrible.
So are you trying to lift also?
Isaac, what's your
Both of you.
again?
Okay.
Ord. O-R-D.
Do we
16.
have an accent?
What's your
A family?
9. Oh,
Accent.
total.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Me either.
It's a very
I'm
low
gonna
roll.
talk like this now.
okay? So there's no like visible belt pouches or anything. Like they do have like pocket things, and as you kind of leverage his failure. So as you sort of like bump into one of them and like give him a nasty look, and he turns and he grabs your hand too, brother.
Hello, brother.
What are you trying to get at with this? And you use
Just
that
your
moment
heart?
to like. You find yourself in possession of a ring, 3 silver coins, and 2 gold coins.
3 silver.
Get
and
lodging
3
tonight in the
gold.
meal.
What are you getting at with this, brother?
Just your heart?
My heart.
Maybe more.
We have another brother.
What are you talking about? You better watch yourself. I've got my eyes on you.
I just slide in.
We need to be one. In these times of... It's worse than you know, son.
When he's like, you better watch me, I slide in. Who are you talking to?
I like the way you talk.
You don't talk to my brother like that, brother.
Yeah, I guess you two are, and her as well. Jesus. Sorry, I got
What is that supposed to mean? I'm from the streets. I don't take no shit.
Hey, I am trying to read my book over here.
I will burn your book.
So they kind of blow you guys. Like this is a little too much confrontation at the moment for their taste, and they just sort of like leave you guys and walk inside. The last one in. I like your fire. Says to you as they head in.
Gotten sloppy.
And the
you have,
evening,
and I give you the silver.
the evening
So you got 3
progresses,
silver.
and like every once in a while, you'll hear them all in a synchronized way, like boof, 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 kind of like not hard, but they'll like pound their mugs a couple of times, and you see them all look at each other and look around, and they'll put their heads down for a moment and pray. Something's strange is afoot.
Well, very good. When they finally shut up.
What's Morgana up to as all this is unfolding?
So I feel like I would probably be coming in a little bit late, fashionably late, as I tend to do. Would there be any kind of games to play in this pub?
There are, well, not in the pub, but outside of it. So the pub is right on the lake. It's on the lakefront, and it is very centrally located. There's kind of a town square that it is on the corner of like town square, lake, and then sort of Riverwalk right in front of it, or lakefront. And there's jovial frivolity. There's outside. There's food vendors. There's people cooking things. There's lots of games going on. There's a jester on a stage that's making a fool of himself. And you see these entropic order people they're kind of rummaging around, and they keep looking up into the sky. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, hold on, I don't know what my modifier is. Pressure. 11.
11. Okay. You don't overhear what they're saying really, but you notice one of them just point up to the sky. Are you proficient in survival?
Yes.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Uh-oh.
Fairly low DC.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Constellations have changed.
No.
They're all the same, but there are way more stars than are there. It's confusing.
Okay.
There's a massive cluster of stars, like kind of rimming the moon. By the way, the sun is setting right now. The binary sun. There are two orbiting each other, and they kind of, if you look, they kind of fuse into one. But when it sets low enough and it's just breaking the horizon, which is happening right at this moment, just before the little line goes away, you see the two separate little lines that represent the two binary suns. And you see one of the entropic order pointing up at the stars, and they appear to be confused about this as well.
Okay. So I am a cartographer.
Mm-hmm.
So I am very familiar with the stars. I use them a lot to help me navigate when I'm in the wilderness. So I whip out my little cartography notebook and I start making notes and writing a record of the new constellations, because at this point I would be very familiar with what was already there.
Yeah.
And be able to like adeptly map the new constellations.
Okay, so you start drawing them, and this is slightly like it's not pitch black out yet, so that you can see these stars first is to say that they are much brighter in the sky than any other star is.
Okay. And I don't think I would be, I mean, obviously it's shocking to see that kind of thing happening, but one of the reasons I've come to this town is, as somebody who lives on the outskirts of society, I have started to notice more of these like strange happenings out in the world. So I'm like the meme with,
Yeah. Yeah. And they're not holding steady like a star does. You're not really sure if it's parallaxed movement or twinkle or something, but they're not like, you think they're not stars at all. But their typical observer might mistake them as it. And as the suns finally disappear behind the horizon and the mountains, you see torches. The horizon is covered with torches. You hear someone scream. They're here. One of the entropic order says. We must prepare. None of you are wearing any armor or have any weapons on you at this moment. But you're the first to notice that it seems to be that this town is being marched on.
Is the entropic order preparing to fight? They're preparing to assist? Are they making any movements?
You've never seen anyone. These seem like more religious, scholarly kind of people. You've never seen one fight before. One lets out a cry. They all kind of like let out a similar battle cry. Everyone in the inn just throws coins onto the table. They start pounding the table. No! They pound their beers. They rush out of the tavern.
You said paid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh shit! What was that about? What's going on?
I'm gonna start scooping up all the coins.
The coin, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
At least they big.
I'm gonna rush out with them.
Okay.
Where would my
I'm gonna
weapons
look-
be?
Where we're looking.
What?
Yeah, where would my weapons be? Like, is it at an inn?
Yours would be on you.
Okay.
You're the only one
I
who's.
was gonna say, I'm a
got-
fighter. I would definitely have on my arm.
You're generally so you've got not your armor on. This is like while you do have a fighting background, you're at home. You're in town. You probably have a knife on
I don't
you,
trust anybody.
but not full on armor, and one would have to sort of run back to their place to get gear.
Where's my drunken brother?
No idea.
Oh, great.
He's not here. Probably enjoying the frivolities. He might be making out with someone on one of those boats.
He's still out on the lake.
Okay.
Where are we running to?
Well, you run outside the tavern and
I'm
give me
gonna run
a
behind them.
give me a perception. Oh no, you two were outside the tavern already.
Yeah.
So you kind of like just sort of advance into the square to like see what the commotion is, and it's kind of pandemonium. Like families are. You hear children crying. You see parents gathering up their children and running to the house. You see some of the town guard and some of the sort of elders of the town running to talk to each other.
This is like a multiracial town?
It is. Yeah,
And he
there's
got
dwarves,
problems.
elves, humans, a variety of
So I'm
other.
gonna run back to the library.
Because we're superior.
And the rarest books we have, I'm gonna start putting them in my bag.
Okay, good.
Same
Save the
idea.
bucks.
Yeah.
Do you go too? Do you put on a disguise first?
Can I run and go get my
I
armor?
see him coming up and I said, I know you're coming anyway, so just get some good ones.
Can I run
I
and
can
go
help
get
you.
my armor?
You run home and get your armor.
Yeah.
You live quite nearby, so yeah, no problem. You start armoring up.
Ching, 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 ching.
As I also start heading up towards the library if I notice all the flames coming.
I'm gonna stick with my sister.
And you start to notice the like at first it's just this vague like line of torches on the horizon. You start to see their movement and advancement towards the town, and you start to see the outline. Some of the things that are approaching are very large. And the sort of city elders that are there, they're telling the families go back to their houses, and the entropic order heads are trying to engage with the city, and they're like, no, we need to. They're like kind of arguing about what needs to happen right now, and you hear a little bit about that the city is lost. Everyone should either run for their lives, or they could protect some people if they stay here, but don't get in the way. There is about to be a very bloody, very deadly fight.
Do I notice any boats on the shore? Any leftover boats? Or are they all in the water already?
There is one, yes, like just on the shore that you see two people like coming back in from like. You see a few boats like kind of rushing to get back to shore.
Is my house closer to me than the library?
Similar distance, couple minutes either way.
New books or old books?
Where's our brother Dinas?
Your sister,
sister, yeah.
Dinas, she's right there with you. Yeah.
Perfect. We should leave.
Oh, most definitely. Fuck this town.
Yeah.
Somebody spit at me.
How many
The
minutes
two
do
of you
I-
give me a perception check. You notice one of the stars getting bigger.
15.
15?
That's wisdom. What is that? Wisdom, yeah. 15 as well.
15, okay. You're not sure why, but you see someone point and you look up. Just in time to see. These aren't stars, these are meteors.
Ooh.
And a lot of them. And you catch this as well. The one that's been growing slightly, it's not a point anymore. You can see its mass. And depth perception way up there is hard to see. The moon is full. And you see a meteor blast through about a third of the moon and just blow it to pieces.
Wow.
The moon is now the full moon is now a crescent, and just very slowly, because it's so far away, you see a good quarter of it clipped and starting to like shrapnel out.
Mm.
And you see more of these meteors getting bigger.
Would we be able to?
Are they heading our way or away from us?
Yes.
I'm
Both.
like, we need to go right now. Damn it, DJ.
So at least it's not necessarily directed at the town; it's at the planet.
So there's no guarantee that we would be safe if we ran from the town.
True. I want to find one of those followers people, the order people.
Yeah, that people are running left and right, and there's one just like bolting past you right now.
Ah!
Oh, fuck!
You gonna tell me what the fuck going on? You gonna tell me right now?
It's Armageddon. It's the apex convergence. You look like one who could put up a fight. We're gonna need you. Get to the town square.
Okay. You said
What do you really know?
You said a lot of big words. Apex.
The apex convergence. It's happening now. It's Armageddon. It's the end of times. We have one chance
Sin, hurt him.
to save the fucking world.
Oh, hurt him?
Yeah.
Pow!
Oh shit! Give me a.
I want to
hit roll.
intimidate him, yeah.
You wanna intimidate? Okay, give me an intimidation roll. Give me a melee attack roll.
He's dead.
19.
20 on the intimidation.
Your intimidation's so successful that she knocked him the fuck out.
Don't hurt him that much.
He's unconscious. He just fucking goes.
I know
wrong.
one thing, and that's to hurt things. You didn't say pull back.
And
you said hurt him.
another one of his brothers is there, and
I just sling him over my shoulder.
you see him push back his robes like a fucking trench coat, and pull out 2 blades. What have you done?
You want some of the same?
Put it
That was
down.
in 1 hit.
We need to work together. There are bigger problems than this right now.
Can I throw him at him?
You can throw him at him, yes. Give me a ranged attack roll.
The whole party is crushed by meteors.
Can't dodge him. What are you gonna do?
16.
16. Yes, that hits. You have thrown 1 human at the other elf. Both of them are knocked down now. What do you guys do? One's on the other. One sort of kind of crawls out from under him, is trying to like wake him up.
I'm like,
The knocked up one I run up to, and same question. What the fuck?
what is the apex and
The apex convergence.
yeah, that word.
Answer her questions.
It's the fucking end of the world unless we stop it.
How do we stop?
How are you gonna stop that?
There's about to be a way out. We need to hold off that.
What is that?
It's the armies of chaos. And
Army.
we also need to hold off that. And you look up the other way, and there's another row of torches
Is it coming down the valley?
coming from the other side. One's
Because
coming
you said
down.
we're boxed in the valley, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one's
we-
coming down from the mountains. It's basically like the road that cuts through this box valley. It's at either end.
Just wanted to sit here and brew my beers.
Okay, so maybe. Hey, wake up! I didn't mean to hit you that hard. I did mean to hit you that hard, and I did mean to throw you that hard. But I need you to wake up now.
What? I asked the awake.
I like
why,
being awake.
Why are you here?
Alive.
We need to
Why
get
did you come
organized.
here?
You got any more weapons? And what is this ring? Is it a regular ring?
What the fuck are you doing with that? Is it the same guy you stole from?
Yeah.
Give that back! You have a ring now that you're wearing.
Do you want to tell me what it means, or you want to get knocked out again?
All right. Fuck. It's the apex convergence, and the convergence is here in this town. That's why we've been coming here for a few years now. That our prophecies, our revelations have pointed to this place, and this time, and this day. And there are 2 paths here. One, the world ends. That all of that, and you see bits of the moon are just cascading towards the planet.
Aw, poor moon. It was so pretty.
And the meteors, I don't know if anyone watched, God, what was the
Deep Impact.
no, the Star Wars TV show
Which one?
from last year, Andor,
Okay.
where all the like shit across the sky, like kind of like not far from that. They're going to destroy the world.
Mm.
We have been praying and studying, and we've got ways to stop some of it. The world's about to be just totally fucked.
Mm.
But there are going to be portals that appear. Portals of great power and great strategic geopolitical importance. And they might provide a way out for some, and they might provide a way in for others. And this is very fucking delicate. And we've got to deal with those 2 things while we deal with that. And this is not the fucking time. May I go, please?
No, where are
Hey,
these
hey,
portals?
hey.
Where are these portals?
Hey, you know. Oh wait, yeah, all that. What is this ring? Like your mom's or something? Like.
What is this promise ring?
Well, I promise.
Your promise to someone else now.
I would be a terrible woman. Is that one of the portals?
A large portal appears in the middle of the town square. They had encircled the place where it appeared, and they had cleared people out from it, and they are now standing around it, holding hands. with their heads down, praying. And there is a blue glowing light in the center of it.
Okay, so I've come out of the library. I'm heading to the brewery. I don't know where the heck my brother is, but all crap's going down, so I'm going to go get my brother.
In the lake or this one?
No, this one.
This one, okay.
I don't know where the other one is.
Are you still at the end?
Yeah.
Or the
That's all I know. That's all I have.
Yeah. He's easy to find. He's right off the square. And you see some of the entropic order starting to cut off and form another circle.
Oh.
And you start to hear the rumble of hooves.
Okay.
They're here.
So tell my brother, grab all your stuff, because there's armies coming. We need to get out.
How many armies? Does it seem that bad? It's happened before. We've seen some bandits.
This is not
Fair to
bandits.
find.
This is not bandits. They're cutting off the only escapes. We gotta go.
I can't leave all this stuff. I've built all of this.
It's all gonna burn to the ground, man. Thousands of torches. We can get across the lake. We can get out of here.
I'm gonna wrestle around and go grab my loot and my our grandfather's sword, and I'm gonna take one last look. Oh, my big bag of gold that I swept all our bar patrons' money, and I'm gonna book it.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
I've collected some of my books from my house, and I'm near the boat that presumably came back to shore, and I'm putting books in the boat.
Okay. Preparing to go out to the lake?
Yes.
Okay. What are you doing?
That's a fantastic question. I'm very curious about this portal. I don't want to go through it, but I am going to be near enough to watch what's going on and to be able to hear any kind of conversations that are happening among the Brotherhood. But I would like to remain obscured, so if there's like a stall or a cart or something that I can kind of hide behind, I just want to observe for now.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to, and there's a food vendor who's making these sausages in a like a breaded thing, and he's huddled behind this little food stand. He you go crowd it and you're like oh shit, are you hungry? I don't know. I'm really scared.
It's okay. I think we all know what it's like to stress eat. I'm just going to hide back here with you and see what they're doing. Actually, you know what? That smells good. Can I have some?
Yeah, let me make you one. All the fixins.
Yes, please.
All right. And you can see he's visibly shaking. His hands are like he's panicking right now.
I'm just trying to keep him distracted. I don't want him to freak out and give away my location. So.
And you guys see more than you knew were here of the entropic order kind of just appear out of nowhere. Like there are hundreds of them here. You knew of tens, and you start to hear the sounds of battle just outside your visible range. They have entered the town, and there is brutal fighting going on. You hear screams of pain, and it's getting closer.
I push off the shore with my boat.
Okay.
I think we need to get out of here empty.
You said they were forming other circles. Are there any more of these portals coming down, or is it just the one?
Maybe I should have waited for that other
The
wizard.
spiky
I'm
one.
sure he had some books with him.
You left without your brother.
Oh, I don't want to go through that one.
Another portal
So the
appears.
first one's blue. Is this one blue as well?
That looks scary.
This one's orange.
And where are we exactly?
It's more theater of the mind than anything else right now. You're kind of
You're on the
all over
lake.
place.
So we come out of the tavern, and and we see all this crap in the middle of the town, because his is right off the square, so that one's right in the middle of the square.
Yeah, this one's kind of at the head of the square. This one's sort of over to the side. You see him forming a third circle.
I hope something good.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to these dudes that are ringing the circle and say, we're trapped here. Are we allowed to go through? What are these for?
We need to protect them at all costs. Can you fight, son?
Ish.
And I want to be pedaling along the shore calling out his name because I figure he has some books. I'm willing to let him onto my boat.
You hear... Give me a perception check.
It's pretty crummy. 12.
You don't hear him. You do, however, see the occasional ship. Even some ships are either at this point coming to shore or going out. People are trying to get away or come in. Give me a perception check.
Can I try to see if Shy is on any of those coming in?
Yeah, you can look.
Perception.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
15.
4.
You get a 4? Okay. You don't see him, no. What you do see, however, is the occasional light blink out way out there in the water. Bink, another one.
I assume I do not notice this.
You don't notice it.
Sorry.
And a few moments later,
What's your character's name?
Ord. O-R-D.
Ord, where are you? Where are your damn books?
He's only worried about books.
a yellow light. And with that, we'll stop for tonight.
So blue, orange, and yellow. Okay.
Thank you guys for joining me.
Yeah.
Yay, new adventure!
Neat.
Oh.
I think the lake's gonna be the way out, definitely, 100%.
One more detail
Uh-huh.
before we stop. Meteors begin hitting the ground
Oh.
in the far distance.
Hope you have high decks.
And
I do.
where this army is coming from, the highest peak, you see it get blown off
It's one peaks where the army was.
by an incoming meteor. Yeah.
The army's still okay? Like, it blew up behind them or on them?
So,
They're all fine.
so if this is the town square and there's city, and then over here is the mountain where the sun set, and then rows of torches over there. So the highest peak over here just had a meteor blow through it, and is headed kind of towards town.
Still, it's the burning sky.
So you're supposed to get towards those things, right?
It's the only way to ban them away.
Thank you guys for playing.
I just hold up my
Until
maul
next
and
time.
like bat it away.
So this is where we begin to charge up for the Dragon Ball Z attack. So DJ, this is where we charge up for the Dragon Ball Z
That's my
attack to
original plan.
hit back a meteor.
Yeah.
Power levels off the chart.
Have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
It's
Yes.
over
He describes the whole plot at the start. It's pretty great.
Just go to the
I thought they were just
Winchester,
first
grab
level.
mine, and we can settle lower.
I was wearing weighted robes.